Hello and welcome. My name is Martin and this is Marty Motoring. Today we're going to talk about the top cheap modifications for the Toyota Tacoma 3rd generation. Welcome. Like I said, this is a video about the cheap modifications you can do to your Tacoma. This is my 2021 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off Road. It's lifted, it's got 285s on it. It's a 3.5-inch lift. It's got some lights, nothing crazy, a nice simple off-road build. Maybe you're not ready to spend the money on tires and a lift and you just want to do a couple little things to the vehicle. Well, this is a video for you. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so let's get into it. It used to say Tacoma in there in chrome, and then I covered it with the Toyota blackout kit and it said Tacoma in black, and then I decided I didn't like it, took it off and got a aftermarket TRD Off Road badge, which looks like the Pro badge, but it's not. And we also have our Tactilian American flag magnet. There are also mirror covers available for this truck, as well as sequential LED blacked out mirror indicators. I do not have that yet. In the rear, the TRD Off Roads come with this TRD Off Road 4x4 sticker, and it's red and it has a clear backing, and I don't think it looks that good. So what I did, I got a decal off of eBay. I took off the old one, cleaned it all up, and then I put this matte black decal that from eBay. Had to make it straight and everything, and just says TRD Off Road, does not say 4x4, but it's nice and simple, especially with the white truck. Let's talk about the window visors. Those were pretty cheap. I think it was like 50 bucks for a set. They are in channel from AVS visors, and they work really nice to keep some of the elements out of the vehicle while the window's down. I do have tint, but that's not really a cheap mod, I would say. That was a couple $100, but something else to keep in mind. I have some really cheap Amazon side steps. I think they were 150 bucks, but they do the job for now. Eventually I'll get rock sliders. These are some ditch lights from Auxbeam, along with some brackets I grabbed on eBay. I hooked it all up and they work pretty well. Moving to the rear of the vehicle, we have some TRD Pro style taillights, and they actually look pretty good quality. The only thing I changed is the bulbs and sides. I have some 𝗗𝗓𝗏 taillight and turn signal LED red bulbs in there, and they do not hyper flash, and they just make it look a lot cleaner and newer. And then we have some last fit LED reverse lights, and they are super bright. Also back here, something you can do is a custom hitch cover. I got that on Amazon, as well as LED license plate bulbs. These trucks are new, but they still come with incandescent bulbs, so the LED really changes that and makes it a lot cleaner and newer looking. And on the tailgate, the word Tacoma is stamped into the bed, but you can get letters in different colors to put into those spaces. These are metal, and you can find them online from a bunch of different retailers. I'll link one in the description down below, along with the rest of the stuff I'm talking about. I also found on eBay this little decal on the handle of the bed. It's just white, it just goes over the letters, and that makes it pop as well. I think there's some water bottles back there, but I really want to talk about these billet aluminum tie-down anchors from 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗦 design. Way better than the factory ones. So here's the factory one. It turns and adjusts quickly, but the problem is the surface area it's actually working with is so small, and it's plastic, and the hooks from my actual tie-down cables don't really fit well on this weirdly shaped object. So these come in a couple different colors. I chose red, and they just bolt down with 2 bolts, and they have a whole plate holding it in, and they're super strong. And this hole works a lot better with the tie downs. I keep a couple of Harbor Freight tie downs in here, and you can hook like this, you can hook inside, and then you can also hook like this. And that's just so much better than this, where they kind of just like get stuck. It's kind of wonky to work with, where all you have to do for these is loosen them with an Allen key that you can keep in the truck, move them, and they're super solid. I'm rocking the whole truck with it. So those are the billet tie downs, the movable ones on the bed. If you look all the way over there, you can see the ones up front. They replaced a little silver metal anchor with a red one, and they work about the same. They're just a little bit smaller. They come with new bolts and hardware, and they're super strong and just a great anchor point when you're tying stuff down in the bed. I feel like I use my bed a lot. I feel like at least once a week I'm doing something, moving something. This is the reason I got a truck, and I use the tonneau cover a lot as well, but these tie downs are definitely gonna make things easier. You may notice I have blue calipers. That might be a little bit more of a sports car or car thing to do, but I did paint my calipers blue just because I had to paint, and I thought it would look cool. That's definitely a cheap and easy mod you can do. I grabbed a little Toyota decal off eBay that I put on there before I put the clear coat, and it just makes it look really cool. And also up front, I forgot to mention earlier, I used to have some Raptor lights. Unfortunately, they were cheap quality and they stopped working. but those Raptor lights in the TRD Pro style grille look really cool. And before I forget, here's the AJT design key fob. It's the V2. The components of the Tacoma key fob go right into it, and it just looks a lot cooler. You do lose the hole for the key, which makes it skinnier, but you can just throw that on your keychain, and I just prefer the look of this. First things first, in the interior, LED lighting. This comes with halogen lighting, and it's not great. It feels like you're in 1999, and so I changed it to some last fit LED bulbs. I think they're T10. They just pop right in there. They look so much brighter. There's no flickering or any issues like that, and at night you can see everything. It is very bright at night, so you might not be ready for it sometimes, and it'll definitely wake you up. And next, I would say the blackout emblem. This was just a cheap one I found off eBay. Some of the companies had to stop making it because Toyota told them to, from what I understand. But if you can find one of these, it's great. I don't like the chrome, wasn't a big fan of it. The less chrome, the better for me. So I got the black one, and it just looks much nicer, in my opinion. And it's very cheap. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks. Here in the interior, there's so many different modifications you can do and that are sold. There's covers for these buttons. There's screen protectors for this. There's dash cams, but I wanted something cheap to mount my phone, and I found this $30 stiffy mount, and at first I wasn't a big fan of it. I thought it wouldn't work. It just kind of goes on the trim here, and it moves around, but once you put your phone on it, it's not really that bad. I've driven with it a bunch, and for the AC to blow on me, I can turn my phone like this and still see the screen, and it kind of works. And I could even do this, which is nice. Works pretty well for the price. And if you want to take it off, you can just pop the whole thing off or pop it back on, and it's really no issue. So those are some of the cheaper modifications I could think of on the vehicle. What are some other cheaper modifications I missed? Drop a comment down below in the comment section. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on Instagram at Marty Motoring. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep those wheels turning. So long,